Hey everybody, it's Scott here with another Wellness Wednesday episode. Thanks for tuning in live, or for those of you watching later. And I got my good friend Mikey here. He's providing some good sound in the wind. And today I'm talking about the number one key for mental stability. And I'm really fortunate and grateful. At the end of August, I celebrated my 8-year medication-free anniversary, which for me was huge. And when I posted about that, a lot of people had different comments and essentially, a lot of congratulations, a lot of inspirational and kind words. And then some people were also inferring as to, why they feel I'm mentally stable. And, a lot of people think it's because I live in Banff. And don't get me wrong, like with a view like this behind me, it's gorgeous. I'm grateful to be here. But that's not the number one key for me. It's not living in a beautiful town. Some people have said, oh, you eat really healthy. Well, that's a factor, but again, not the number one factor. Some people said, oh, you're really active. Well, I've always been active my whole life, so that's not it. One person said, oh, you have a really good support network, and that is true, and I'm really fortunate for that, but again, that's not it. And then a couple of people said, well, I've heard you say you sleep really deeply, and yes, I do, but that is not it. So the number one key in my experience for mental stability after being diagnosed with bipolar disorder is mindset. And when I say mindset, some of you out there might not know what I'm talking about. So for me, mindset is what I tell myself in my own head. And to put it back to you, it's what do you tell yourself in your own head? And how do you react to situations and to other people? Because I know for me, I used to be someone who had done a lot of work on myself and gone to a lot of courses, and I would say positive things and I would be positive around people. However, in my own head, I was intensely negative. And it was a few resources that really, really helped me out. And the one key resource is a book from a guy named Andy Shaw. He's a British author, and his book is called Creating a Bug-Free Mind. And he actually has a free online course. It's called Footsteps Through Your Mind. Essentially what it is, it's a course where you get an email every 2 or 3 days, and the first 10 footsteps you get a free audio version, and then if you really like it, you can pay I think around $20 and you get the remaining footstep audios free. I think in total there's 64 footsteps, and I've shared this resource with a few people, and a few of them have really, really got benefits out of it. So I'm going to share that in the comments below. And for those of you who this resonates, I'd really encourage you to check it out, because what it's allowed me to do is to have a calmer mind and to take back control of my thinking and my thoughts. And that's something I didn't think I'd ever be able to do after I was first diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So like I say, I'll post that link below. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to share some mindset keys that have really, really made a big difference for me, and I'm optimistic it can do the same for you. So with the Wellness Wednesday videos, I go over the same 5 questions every week, and today I'm going to go through those. So the first one is, what are you looking to improve in the next week? And I'm embarrassed to say I still haven't done a recap of Sulfur 9.0 from last year. That's the bipolar disorder awareness and fundraising hike that friends and I did, and now we've done 6 Peaks Lake Louise, so it's my intention to do a recap for both of those in the next week. I'll be doing a blog post, and there'll be a lot of links and photos in those recaps, because especially last year we had a number of photographers join us, and this year we were fortunate to have a buddy of ours join us for one of the peaks. And obviously between the 3 of us that did 6 Peaks Lake Louise, we have a lot of really cool photos, and I'll be sharing my lessons and a recap of the day. Some of the recap pieces you won't know about, and you might find it interesting. The second question is, what are you grateful for? I'm really grateful to have had support from so many people doing 6 Peaks Lake Louise, whether it's before, during, or after. I do admit that the day after doing 6 Peaks, when I was kind of stumbling and fumbling around, recovering, I had literally had tears of gratitude a few times, just from so many amazing comments from people, and people telling me like how inspired they were that we were doing it, and on and on. It really, really meant a lot. So that's something that I was really grateful for this past week. what's a win or highlight from the past week? For me, it was completing 6 peaks Lake Louise safely. We did do one peak, Mount White, which was really challenging. We had to go very slow up and down, and all 3 of us had a few times when we were like, holy crap, we thought we were gonna lose it. We didn't, thankfully, but I'm really grateful that we got down safely in one piece, so that was a big win and highlight for me. What am I learning right now? I'm actually reading a book called Self-Compassion, and it's a book I first heard about a year ago. And what I love about this book is it's teaching me to be more gentle and kind to myself. So I don't know about you, but I find that I'm really kind to other people, and I'm not always kind to myself. So it's one of these books that's essentially like a workbook where you work through questions and exercises interspersed through the reading, and I'm really getting a ton out of it. So that's what I'm learning right now, is this book, Self-Compassion. And what am I looking forward to in the next week? Tomorrow I'm doing a spa day at Willow Stream Spa here in town, taking advantage of their locals rate. I haven't done that since my birthday back in June, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm actually going to take a few notepads and some books along. I'm going to work on a few things as well, but I'm just really looking forward to having a me day at the spa. So I'll be relaxing and taking it easy, and weather is projected to be really crappy tomorrow, not as beautiful as today. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow that I'm really looking forward to. For those of you who are really enjoying these videos and getting value out of them, I'd really appreciate you liking and subscribing. As I build my subscribers, it helps me reach more people. And once I hit 100 subscribers, I can actually have Scott Inside Out as my channel instead of the gobbledygook that it is now. So I'm looking forward to getting that at some point. And for those of you who have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and you're looking for ways to improve your mental health naturally, definitely consider opting in on my website. It's scottinsideout.com. There's a box on the homepage. You can get the 7 keys to mental stability, and you'll get a weekly email from me, and you'll get other very good value pieces from time to time. So it's definitely worth joining up for that, and that way you can keep in the loop of everything that I'm doing and everything that can potentially assist you in terms of having better mental stability naturally. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your day. Remember to make your mind your ally. Take care.